they won in The Hague. So this first set then about to get underway. It's Brazil in yellow serving, but first point goes to the USA in blue. Casey Jennings about to serve. Really good friends, as it happens, with Pedro. But you can be assured that now they're on court, that's the last thing on their minds. It's all about who's going to take gold here in Sao Paulo. Nice dig from Jennings, holding his ground cross court, but unable to make that one count. And Pedro straight in on the referee to say, hold on, hold on, hold on. He's not allowed to play that shot. That was a tip. So even though it went wide, he wasn't happy with it. Well, actually, there's nothing wrong with that swing. That was okay. Just Pedro trying to get a little bit of gamesmanship going, a little bit of psychology early on. Good dig from Bruno, appreciated by the crowd. But Casey in the right place to deal with the roll shot. Oh, nice, that's better from Bruno. And that is magnificent. And that is a taster of what's to come in this game today. It's going to be Bruno against Jennings on the sand. And then who's going to have the better shots at the net? On that occasion, it's Bruno. Lovely cut. So Pedro with the serve, he'll come through to block. Pretty standard stuff we're going to see today. Pedro and Dalhausser blocking. Bruno and Jennings playing defense on the sand, but also Bruno and Jennings doing all the siding out for their teams. With the odd ball, you can expect to go to Pedro and to Dalhausser, but not much. It's going to be a battle of the two shortest players. And that battle is won by the net as Bruno tries to deliver one down the line. Pedro and Bruno unbeaten so far in this tournament, and they played the USA in their pool, beating them by 2 sets to 1, 15-12 in the third. So already a little bit of psychological advantage for Brazil, although the USA came into this tournament with no expectations whatsoever, and are just enjoying the fact they're able to play under that situation, and it's taken them all the way to the final, regardless of that defeat in the pool. And as far as they're concerned, that won't matter at all. So Bruno makes the dig, but Pedro can't finish it off, and we get to the first end change. Just 1 point separating the two teams. In fact, Dalhausser with a big smile on his face, he really is enjoying this. Normally quite a cool, calm character, don't see many expressions. He wants line blocking, so he wants Jennings to sit cross court against Bruno. Jennings playing a little bit of cat and mouse. He went and hid behind Dalhausser down the line and decided to try and run out to the cross court, but the cut shot was too good, and Jennings was never going to play catch up to that. Pedro. Oh, beachy set. But Jennings can't finish it off. Ball was slightly inside, so Jennings was having to move in, and then he tried to play the ball back out the other way, so his angle and body position was wrong for that type of shot to really deliver. Good dig. But a good block. One of many you expect Dalhausser to make in this game. But Bruno working very hard, and he knows the roll shots are going to have to be higher than that. Otherwise, he's going to see a lot more of that happening to him. Well, All the boos and whistles ringing out for Dalhausser's serve, and the crowd will be convinced that had an effect. Oh, good break from Pedro and a great dig. Dalhausser also deciding to break, gets the high pokey. That's tight, Pedro should be on it. Oh, but he can't stop it going cross-court, and he's really annoyed with himself. There was an opportunity for Pedro to put Dalhausser down. Great reactions, good dig on the move, that's not easy to do, and he felt sure he was going to get a touch there. But it's Dalhausser who gets the point. Swing. Bruno putting that one underneath Dalhausser. Taxi for Jennings. No block, but Jennings unable to deliver enough power. Pedro can come back and he cuts the line. And now we have a 2-point margin for Brazil, and USA with a little bit of work to do already. Ball was hit hard enough to allow the high hands defense, but not enough for USA to get the point. Pedro. Good movement by Jennings. Excellent footwork. Nice touch from Pedro. Now Bruno, can he find an angle? No. Oh, he's not happy with the play from Jennings. And he's going to go straight to the referee. He feels that he just hit a continuation shot. He didn't hit it hard, and therefore it shouldn't have been allowed to have been volleyed. And he might have been suspicious of a net touch anyway against Pedro, which went unanswered. Dalhausser staying down. Jump float from him. What a block. Pedro thought for a moment it was going to be a wipe-off and would go out. But Dalhausser now with his second block of the game. Watch Pedro as he goes and plays this off the block. And then he thinks, yeah, that's going out. And think, oh, no, it's not. On the line. So the mini break that Brazil had opened up has now been denied them by USA having that block, and we're now back on serve in so much as each team sides out, they get their point. Brazil with the slight advantage in so much as that when they are siding out at the moment, they're having the lead. Well, that's what Casey Jennings has brought to this tournament all week long. Great footwork from him to get in a good position to pass the ball, and then when he's got the chance, he's unleashed on it. He knows he can't afford not to, but it's been paying dividends. Great block from Dalhausser. Again, Bruno this time was brought into the centre of court. The ball was dropping lower all the time and the angle just wasn't there for him. That's better from Bruno. But advantage now with the USA. They're the team who are siding out to take the lead each time. Oh, what a swing from Dalhausser. And that's the... Dalhausser readies himself to serve. He ignores the boos and the whistles. But maybe he didn't. The crowd will think so anyway. So that's 2 errors from Dalhausser serving. One from the jump serve, then he switched to the jump float, but now he's made a mistake with that. So a little bit of confidence lacking for Dalhausser from the serving line at the moment, which is good for Brazil. And that is a top serve from Bruno. Casey under pressure, the ball then off the net, and that is where Brazil felt they could score. Immediate break from Pedro. Casey makes the error. Good recovery. Oh, big throwdown. And Pedro gets the point. And Brazil back in the ascendancy. Good recovery from Jennings to start with, but he couldn't match Pedro the second time at the net. Oh, what a pickup. Oh, that's magnificent. Well, then Brazil aren't happy. I think they might have felt the ball touch the antenna as it went down the line, but that, oh, that's up, that is up. It's not a half volley. Full credit to Casey Patterson. Casey Jennings, I should say. Casey Patterson will be delighted with that, but that is up. Great dig. That's what Brazil weren't happy with. In fact, they thought it was a half volley. Quality play from Jennings, but he gets turned by the ball. Brazil come back with power cross court. And Bruno unleashes on Jennings. Jennings can't contain it. Good pick up, Bruno, well read. Great swing again from Bruno. Magnificent dig from him. He's a terrier chasing after that ball in defense. And then a bulldog at the net as he delivers cross court. Well, the crowd are loving every minute of this. Jennings again the target. Well, seeing 2 instances of, and it's quite clear as well, when the ball isn't made, when the digs aren't being made. Just watch Bruno here, gets his shoulder turned and opened up away from the net. Got to fight to keep it facing the net, your shoulders. Oh, what a thump that was from Jennings. Put his hand out magnificently, almost make the dig, but it's Bruno who gets the point for Brazil. Bruno trying to bring Jennings short. He's alive to that one. And he finishes off brilliantly. A big roar from him as well as he takes Pedro on at the net and beats him. Change up Pedro with his first swing, and he can't find the sideline. So the first time that the USA go after Pedro from the serve. It brings up a point for them. It now means the USA are level. Again, they go back to Pedro. This time he does find the line. Nice swing from Jennings. Taking on and beating Pedro at the net. Shapes up the cross, drifts, lets it hit the line. Lets that ball drift across his body. Good shoulder strength from Jennings. Dalhausser. Oh, brilliant dig. It's going to be a... Well, I was going to say it's going to be a free ball for Brazil. I'm not sure what Jennings was trying to do. He was in the wrong position to try and win a point from there. That was a brilliant dig. You have to give him credit for that. But he knows that that needed to just been played into court. Reset block defense. And he's wasted an opportunity for the USA to take a point. First attack at Phil Dalhausser, and it's a dig from Bruno. Can he finish it off? Oh, yes he can! Magnificent play. So Brazil have a change-up of their own, and they go after Dalhausser. And it brings them up a very important point. Great work from Pedro, slinging that one up from Bruno, who just went all out cross-court. Good serve. USA scrambling. Free ball here for Brazil. Bruno. Oh, what a block from Dalhausser. Magnificent block. Bruno decided to go cross-court again. And despite the USA being in trouble and giving back the free ball, and there's the beauty of the fact that they let their block defense get settled again and they were able to get the point they needed. No panic from the USA that time. This to bring up set point. Nice play. Bruno works the block. Brazil one away from taking the first set. Clever play from Bruno. Taking on the high hands and winning. Pedro. Moves a little tight to the net. Oh, the ball is blocked. Onto the antenna and out. Jennings grabs it straight away, throws it away, and a little look through to Pedro as well. A little bit of afters. These two very good friends, and I'm sure there'll be a little bit said about that come the end of the game. So great chance here then for Brazil. Second set point, one side out required. And it's Pedro tasked with that job. But he's blocked off the head of Pedro and out. He was trying to say it never touched him. But well spotted by the referee. Catches him as it goes past. Bang, off the forehead. So it's a two-point game. First to get two clear wins. Back to old school volleyball now, because you can only win by scoring from your serve. And now it's set point number 3 for Brazil. Oh, somehow Jennings finds a way through. Not much work, cross-court to work with, but he's still got the ball down. Bruno didn't front up to him. In other words, he didn't get his shoulders opposite Jennings. A good swing from Pedro, to the delight of the fans, and it's set point number 4. Brazil keep knocking on the door. Are the USA going to let them in? Or are they going to keep them out? In order to do that, the USA are going to have to score twice from serve, but more importantly, they have to side this one out to stay in the set. Jennings, there's the break, he's on, oh, and he's overcooked it! And Brazil take the first set, 23-21. Brilliant break by Pedro. Unforced error from Jennings. Brazil lead 1-0. And that was telling in the first set. So then, on to the second. Here we go. It's the USA serving, and it's Brazil receiving. They lead by 1-0. Good dig. That looked like it might be going wide. No call. Dalhausser plays it. And then with no one the call from Jennings. He unloads onto Pedro. And the USA have levelled the scores. Well, he just can't find the serve at the moment, can Dalhausser, for love nor money. Struggled in the first set, struggling here in the second. Pedro with the serve. Jennings looking for the side out. Well, it rolled into the net. Pedro saying he never touched it. But he's going to say that. He's going to deny touching anything at all. It's up to the referees to see it and spot it, and they did. And USA have the point. See, it rolls off of his arm as it goes past him, just catches him. Well, it's an early change-up for the USA. They go after Pedro straight away almost, but he delivers down the line. He shied away from the cross-court. Dalhausser, if he steps one more to his right, he'll shut down the line as well. Bruno. That was a clever serve, trying to drop Patterson short, but he knew straight away. The trouble is with the jump serve, because it has a start point and an end point and it's moving on a loop, players very quickly can assess where it's going to drop. And at this level, Jennings knew straight away that was going to go wide. Dalhausser. Better serve from him. Fancy his chances with that one, and he does, because it's popped right up onto the net. Too high for Pedro, but right into Dalhausser's hitting zone. And at the first end change, it's the USA who lead, but just by that 1 point. Easy put away, that one for Dalhausser. We'll be thanking Bruno for that. The tactical change is working for the USA, and Pedro decided to clean his glasses, although he's not got any sand in them. This is just purely time delay as we look at the slow-mo. I think Dalhausser's going to go after him again, and indeed he does. That's a probing serve. Oh, a little bit of luck and a little acknowledgement of the fact as well by Pedro. Just put his hand up to apologise. It wasn't a good shot, but somehow the ball rolls up over the net. Jennings on the side of the USA. Nicely done from Jennings. As long as he takes that ball at the top of his jump and at the top of his reach, he can beat pretty much any block. Good positioning from Jennings. Pedro knew to break. The ball wasn't tight to the net. The ball wasn't hit hard. The pokey, though, not good enough. Jennings on it again.
Nobody!
He can't find the floor either. Second time of asking. Pedro gets dug now. Dalhausser's going to look to finish. Oh, my goodness, what was he thinking? That one should have been put into the floor and up, over and out of the building. And he decided to pokey it. He must have got his footing wrong or something. Unbelievable error from Dalhausser. He just lost his height, didn't he? He couldn't get anything out of the sand. Unbelievable. Well, again, a little bit of luck. Pedro slamming that one into the net. It took Dalhausser's glasses off. The upshot of it all is Brazil are back on level terms. I'm just looking to find the other bits of Dalhausser's glasses. The ball actually went over the net and smashed into them and sent bits everywhere. So he's just putting the nose piece back in. Pedro was very quick to apologise. There was a little slap of hands, and they're not delaying deliberately. His glasses are broke, so he'll be allowed a little bit of time just to quickly sort that out. He's probably got a spare pair, I expect. A bit like the tennis players with their spare rackets. So Dalhausser's good to go. Bruno ready with the serve. Oh, good play from Pedro. That was really difficult to bring that ball back into play. Oh, it's a great block. Still is up though. Great reactions from the USA. Bruno looking to finish it off. Jennings puts a hand in. Pedro, that's tight. Good dig, but it's not going to land in. And the point goes to Brazil. Magnificent rally. Fantastic reactions from the USA. That ball looked to have been down, but somehow, between Jennings and Dalhausser, they kept it in play. But in the end, they just delayed the inevitable. Brilliant work from Dalhausser. Jennings again in the right place. It was like well, just a boxing match. Punches being thrown everywhere. Top swing from Jennings. Yeah, I think he liked that one. Getting that one cross-court and inside the cross-court defender as well. Brazil won't be too happy with that. Dalhausser again, the boos ring out. Nice work from Bruno. Although he was digging that one up, he had the presence of mind to keep it off the net. And if you have the ball off of the net, away from the net, it opens up, the angles become bigger, so you can get past a block like Dalhausser. If the ball's too tight, then Dalhausser, with his reach, cuts the angles down. Great play from Brazil. Pedro now with the serve. Oh, Bruno was off after it. He just couldn't get his legs going quickly enough. And the USA get away with that one. Chase too far for Bruno. Nice play from Pedro, very high pokey. Dalhausser turning to think to see if Jennings is going to go behind it. Jennings was nowhere near getting to that one. Good reactions from Jennings. Oh, he's a frustrating hitter, is Jennings. Certainly being frustrating for Pedro at the moment because he keeps chipping the ball past his block. Pedro must be to feel this ball going past him. You think to himself, why have I not blocked him yet? Good set. Massive block. Dalhausser strikes again. He's a complete package, is Dalhausser. He really is. He's got to be everybody's first pick. If you had to name anyone you want in your team, you have the choice of anyone, you'd probably say Dalhausser. That time Pedro gets the ball down, and just as we were in the first set, we will be again in the second. When we head to the technical timeout with just 1 point, we'll separate the teams. It's the USA who have that lead as we hit the technical timeout.
Nice work out there, sucker. You too, buddy.
Vai estar muito fácil com ele, tá? Qual foi o ataque dele aberto? Qual foi o ataque dele aberto? Não interessa, você está forçando. Deixa o meu saque.
Super relaxed. Let the brain help the body now. Stay in light. Yeah. No rush.
Vamos bom, vambora.
So players come back out onto court. They still have a timeout left each. Will they get to use them? That remains to be seen. Jennings. Good reach, but it's a continuation block. Bruno covering well. Oh, he just about got that one through. Dalhausser didn't quite get his hand on it. It caught the net. And there was that little bit of give as it then snuck the other side. Bruno. Good swing again. Jennings going cross court. Bruno left too much of that available. There's no way you'd be able to hit that angle at Bruno because Pedro would have taken that out. Bruno needs to shift a little bit more to his right, defending cross court against Jennings. Another chance for Pedro. Take it. Still neither team able to separate themselves from the other in terms of the score, which means we're heading for another thrilling finale to the set if it stays like this. Eventually, It's been a long time coming, but Pedro has his block, and he's got it against Dalhausser. Excellent work from Pedro. Took away the line brilliantly. This time, though, Dalhausser, with plenty of line to work with, levels the scores. Good chase from Jennings. Oh, and he's caught the baseline. That's a wonderful swing. Way to stick at it, USA. Great reactions from Jennings. He really is enjoying this. He's rolling back the years here at the Villalobos Park. So Brazil call the timeout. Pedro's a little bit anxious.
Bota a alta opção que eu vejo, segunda, entendeu?
Jennings in with the serve. Brilliant dig. That's too tight to the net. Pedro gets the play. And Jennings is not happy. He believes that Pedro played it off Jennings. Jennings believed he played it off of Jennings.
No, it's correct.
Oh, it's so, I'd say actually that was Jennings' ball. From that view, it looked like Jennings played it off Pedro. Hey-ho, Brazil's ball, it's all square. Dalhausser settles that by ripping it down the middle. No block for Dalhausser, and it was an easy side out for the USA. Oh, great work from Jennings. Again, though, ball too tight to the net. Pedro rolls it deep. Brazil make a move. Pedro looking for the side out, gets it down the line. And Brazil edge in front. Bruno with the serve. Jennings looking for side out. Oh, where did he find that line shot from? That was amazing. It looked like all he had was cross court. Hardly any angle to work with. And now the boo's ringing out again as Dalhausser serves. Bruno goes over on two. Oh, and he makes it! Somehow, he gets it past Dalhausser. And it's now 17-18 in favour of Brazil. Well, the crowd singing, they sense that it could be a Brazilian victory. But Jennings sides out down the line. 18 all. Something's got to give. Pedro, lovely line shot from him. Bruno, jump serve from him. Picks on Dalhausser, not a great pass. Chases on, oh, Bruno makes it, but the angle's not going to be good enough for Pedro to bring it back. And Dalhausser gets the side out to level the scores at 19 all. It's going to be Dalhausser to serve. Brazil looking to side out for a match point. Oh, it's a massive block from Dalhausser. And it's now set point for the USA. What a block that is. What a time to get it. And another one! Magnificent play from Dalhausser, and the USA take the second set. We're heading into a tiebreaker. Immense block from Dalhausser. He just took away the cross court. Job done. So here we go then. Deciding set. Bruno with the serve for Brazil. USA looking for the side out through Jennings. Well, that's not a good start for Casey Jennings. It's the perfect start for Brazil. 1-0. Bruno once again. Oh, big block for Pedro. And that set the crowd going straight away. 2-0. First Jennings gets into the net. Second, Jennings gets into the block. At last, Pedro's got his man. Well, Pedro jumped into the line, and Bruno, instead of holding the tight cross-court angle, moved a little bit to the wrong side. Both players going the wrong way, away from Jennings. pick up from Jennings. That's too tight to the net though. Brazil able to recycle. And Pedro able to put the ball down. And the points keep coming for Brazil. Well, Pedro thought he'd taken the line away from Jennings, but he'll have to think again. More boos for Dalhausser. Great shot, right into the corner. Jennings running after it. You could only watch as it landed in court. Bruno. In the right place for that one. That's a little bit tight. Oh, it didn't matter. It did not matter. Wonderful cut shot. Applauded by Jennings. That was magnificent from Bruno. He went running after this one. It was wide and tight, and he comes up with a brilliant shot. Wide of the net, tight to it. Just phenomenal.
Yeah, grab one.
So the USA call a timeout, starting to slip away from them. Dalhausser's dream of 4 golds in a row in Brazil is starting to fade. Jennings' dream of a gold medal is also starting to fade. The first time in the history of the World Tour we have a husband and wife playing in a gold medal match. Jennings here, and his wife, Kerry Walsh Jennings, is going to be up.
They're going to be blind. I think it'll really help us. Yeah. Keep getting wide on everything.
The crowd eager to see a Brazilian win. It's Bruno with the serve. And the boys in yellow are in the driving seat at the moment with that 3-point advantage. So this timeout does its job for the USA. They get the ball, they have a point. Jennings with his trademark basketball style, get the ball, give it back, get the ball before he goes to serve. Another good pokey. Pedro's now woken up, he's alive to the task and alive to the fact that the USA are going after him. And he left Casey Jennings flat-footed. Deep serve, trying to get Jennings to move. Oh, that's just magnificent. Great dig. And you can see as soon as Bruno fronts up to Jennings, gets his shoulders in the opposite line, he's making digs, and then he's come back with a great shot to follow up. Well, it's getting better and better for Brazil, but they still need to keep their focus, they still need to keep their eye on the ball. No thoughts of victory just yet. Keeping that scoreboard ticking over is the main thing. And also, they can't afford just to give Jennings the ball like that, because otherwise Dalhausser will punish them. They've got to push him deep as they were, or drop him short. off the block, out of play. Crowd weren't sure for a moment. But it just catches the fingertips of Dalhausser. Magnificent shot from Pedro. Well, that's the block's fault, not Bruno's. He was fronting up. But Pedro was too narrow with his hands. So it's a much better defensive position from Jennings, from Bruno. It's Pedro's block was a little bit too narrow. Good read from Jennings, who's onto that one early. Good dig, Bruno, that will stay. Oh, good leave. Looked like it was going to stay in. Dalhausser thought it was going to stay in. He must have had a call from Jennings as that one went long. Indeed, Jennings screams out. Dalhausser lets it go. Brilliant play. Wild one from Pedro. That ball, when it gets tight to the net, Dalhausser's all over it. And that 7-4 lead has evaporated. Just 1 point separating the teams now. That's better from Pedro. Used his hang time, waited a little bit longer to see where Jennings was, fixed in cross court, and then rolled the line. Well, straight back over, but this time Dalhausser finishes it off. That one was not going to be coming back. Nice break from Pedro, good reactions, but felt kindly for the USA. Oh, Bruno taking on Dalhausser and beating him. Good work from Bruno, because Dalhausser wasn't at the net, so he was never going to make a block, really. He just played it straight into him. Nice, good angle on it, and it went straight down. Oh, that was unlucky. Jennings let it go, and rightly so. Bruno probing the line. He didn't miss it by much, but enough. Well, it's player number 1 to serve. Is it? No, player number 2 to serve. So Jennings can serve. Good change again from Pedro. He's got an unusual arm swing, kind of brings his arm over the top, makes it difficult to know where he's going to hit, and even with Jennings there, he still couldn't keep it in play. He's almost got like a cricket-style action. Pedro with the serve. Good pick up, Bruno, still in play. Oh, the angle's no good. That was unlucky. So USA have the point. Timeout called by Brazil. Well, it's been a magnificent final. Good enough to grace a Grand Slam. Good enough to grace a World Championships. Definitely good enough to grace the Olympic
Bora, Bruno!
Games.
É hora, meu irmão. Vamos nessa!
But who is going to walk away with the gold medal? It's still not certain that it's going to be the USA or Brazil. Brazil have the edge. Pedro's now carrying the load for his team. It's Jennings still carrying the load for his team. But what is Dalhausser going to have to say about proceedings? What is he going to come up with? Is Bruno going to get an ace from the serving line? Plenty of questions. All are now going to be answered in the course of the next few minutes. Dalhausser to serve. And Dalhausser with the block to level the scores and silence the crowd. Magnificent block from Dalhausser. He's having a say. And Pedro blasts it cross court. Advantage Brazil once again. Bruno, jump serve from him to come. Bruno's onto it, it's got to come over though. Pedro, not much room to work with. Better chance now for Brazil. Bruno with a swing. Down the middle, Bruno scores! And Brazil open up some daylight between them and the USA. And a one step closer to victory. Lovely work, Bruno down the middle. 13-11 USA at Brazil. Certainly not USA, they are now having to play catch up here. Well, an anti-climax as that serve is missed and keeps USA very much in the game. Jennings to serve. Deep serve, Pedro's onto it. And Pedro brings up a match point now for Brazil. Pedro will serve. USA fighting to stay in this one. It's dropped short onto Jennings. Jennings to keep his team in it. Pedro has to look on as Bruno digs it away, and the USA survive the first match point. Dalhausser serving. Brazil siding out for gold. Pedro, a swing for the match. And he's done it! It's all over! And Brazil take gold in Sao Paulo. The players are on the floor, the crowd are on their feet. It's delight for Pedro and Bruno. It's delirium for the fans. The number 2 seeds have triumphed on home soil. Magnificent scenes here on centre court. Hugs